Hello YouTube again. I wanted to make another video here. Mention about my I guess my experience with having Asperger syndrome. Uh, so this is kind of gonna be more of a out of present I guess in present stance, okay. But also experiences and stuff. Uh, so this isn't really scripted. Oh, God forbid, would be edited, so it's kind of more raw footage. So I guess that's the term I was gonna use now. Uh, but yeah, for anyone who is also an Aspie or an autistic person, or anyone who is not an Aspie or an autistic person, this video is for everyone. Because I want to see a lot of more acceptance of Aspies and autistic people, more progress for equality and treated as equal citizens, equal to that of all normal, non-disabled, or as a disabled communities peers. Something I've wanted for us as a community. I've had to put a lot of effort and stuff to work hard for my independence, yet I still depend on others, but yet I'm also grateful too. I think when you instill gratitude, it does help a lot with learning progress. Also, so because when you achieve something, your ego's gonna go a bit high, and if you achieve a lot of things, go figure what your ego goes to—a nice ego boost. So definitely good to instill gratitude. Bit of advice there that I've had to learn. Uh, but yeah, I've want more of a society of Aspies and autistic people to be into a regular workforce. Yeah, no full-time job, part-time job, earning the same amount as all peers, never going having to go through any kind of discrimination for us, because really that's just something you should never do to anyone at all. Another thing would be also to treat our obsessions, like you'd want to, if you're an autypical or person that doesn't have Asperger's or OCD or yes, autism or whatever. Yeah, you'd want your interests to be treated with, the same decency and respect and maybe acceptance too. That's the same way about our obsessions. It's just no different because our brains are wired a bit differently. So that's why we get obsessions. It's kind of like left hand versus right hand, except it's more of a neurological thing. So I prefer that our world become more accepting of autistic people. None of this discrimination, bullying that I've seen so many years of my life and gone through. I think that is wrong. I don't think that some of our tactics for bullying is really helping. It just moves the victim to something else, which is mysteriously always the Aspies autistic people, so, which is wrong. I'd rather see also a world have more equality and medical rights as people. I'm lucky I actually got those equal rights. And I want to see us have, more respect for financial control of our finances. That I've known was an issue for the community. I think one of the big issues is definitely allowing us even into the workforce in some states without exploiting us. I know there's a bill in California that our current President Joe Biden wanted to tackle. He has not tackled it yet, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why. Even though I didn't vote for you, I still think, hey, you got a good idea. Maybe you should tackle this thing now because it is exploiting the disabled people. I honestly want to get more into detail on this somehow in the future. But yeah, that's one thing also for us to have, like, being accepted into the workforce full time and not just part time, not paid sub minimum wage, and not really get screwed over for working at all and on benefits. Like, I could give a darn. I mean, if someone's on benefits, I don't give a darn. I mean, if I'm doing my job somewhere, I'm like, I don't give a darn what they're doing. Maybe I'd care more of like, if the cashiers were like laundering the money. That's what I would care. I wouldn't give a darn if like a disabled person, or if I was a normal disabled person, you know, or not disabled person there, or no another disability, and I found out someone was on benefits while I was working and paying taxes. There's worse things you could worry about. There are worse ways you can scam the system than, God forbid, that way. Uh, but yeah, it's one of those things I want to see more autistic people being allowed into the workforce. I really have a lot of maybe skepticism on how all businesses, companies, big corporations are trying to go about it. Ever since Apple's been, not Apple, uh, but Apple does this too. No, Amazon does it, I think. To the other employees who want to get into hiring disabled people. I'm like, I get the reason why you want diversity, but the way you treat your normal people, maybe fix those issues first before you hire us. Not condemning Amazon or Apple. Like, it's okay if you want to do that. Just take care of those little issues you really need to get to take care of. Another thing is that Aspies and autistic people should be, not treated like shit in the higher education system. It shouldn't be such a horrendous loophole and, God forbid, baptism of fire, hate to use that military term, in a financial aid office trying to get benefits or whatever. I'm lucky, stuff turned up when they forced them to college, but, then things get screwed over. And our college system is really just doesn't really give a darn about autistic people, or I guess Aspie so much. And this is not for my college versus other colleges. This is something that's been a kind of a big issue for many colleges and many schools. And same thing with our special education system. I think that needs to be fixed too. There's a lot of issues. Oh, that would be a separate video. Yeah, anyway. Uh, Another thing would be full independence, like what I have, so that they're not dependent in some independent living facility or group home or, a regional center, like, one I want to mention, but I don't really want to destroy any loved ones' lives over that. Well, but yeah, I mean, they've noticed the flaws in that one regional center. I really would love to, but, HIPAA. There's a good reason why HIPAA is around. But yeah, I mean, a lot of our special education system and even our education system even is okay with treating autistic people or Aspies like scum. Whether it be about their obsessions. I remember in one school I went to, they got shut down recently for restraining an autistic kid that ended up dying. Interesting how that kid ended up at a hospital downtown I was once in. I have a good feeling. If only that hospital saw my education records and what scores, and they would have been probably pissed, mad, angry. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's another one thing. Another thing from what I've experienced in school in the past, and I think is wrong, is that sometimes they will have therapists require cold turkey for something as dumb, and yes, I want to say mostly dumb, as an obsession, because they think it's out of control. Oh my gosh, bullying and corruption and restraining people to death and murdering them is more out of control than a freaking obsession. This was my last Hitler and Nazi obsession. Not as out of control. Good gosh. That's what they milked old Bessie for. And I don't support doing cold talking and calling someone a Nazi for that, because it was a Hitler and Nazi obsession. And then having that same therapist that called me a Nazi, uh, be a therapist for that person. Probably not the best idea to do to people. I don't want to mention her name, thank God. Right. Not just for her proof, but you don't want to, go into detail. But another thing is another one of the experiences from one of my other schools was well, the cold talking one was from the high school, and this other one was from that school that I mentioned earlier here. For the cold talking one, that's high school, and also took place in high school. They would ban you, God forbid, if you ban any drawing or mentioning or hint of mentioning your obsessions, and this was supposed to be considered under ABA as helpful. No, that is not. Actually, ABA is connected to the history of conversion therapy used for gay people. You know, I think that you shouldn't regurgitate bad things. If that is something bad, then ABA does worse still, and I don't support it at all. Every time I open my Facebook page and I see something connected to those guys, I honestly say I enjoy seeing the cancer on there. Because really, it just looks like stage 5 cancer. I don't enjoy cancer. Cancer's not fun, but when you see it on a Facebook comic page, you wonder, these people would not say this out loud to the person's face, or person with autism's or Asperger's face. Some of these guys just supporting this kind of stuff is the thing that gets everyone mad, and that's good. Because it's those guys that support that stuff that, oh, the stage 5 cancer. The guys reacting to it, well, they're the ones trying to be the chemo that's just losing. Because more of it's also. It's like, you don't feed the birds or whatever, or don't feed the bears, I guess you don't feed the trolls, or I guess in this case, the cancer cells on those sites, but no, great. Uh, but yeah, something I think that should be gotten rid of is APA. I honestly want to go into details, more experience on that one. But yeah, one thing was independent living. I support that, yes, that we try to make and we make sure that eventually the autistic community will be fully independent, like any normal person will have. Full employment or part-time if they want, fair treatment in graduation and through the higher education and K through 12 if you're in America. Your education there. I want to see also, equality and acceptance for us, just like anyone else would want. I think it's interesting how a lot of people do not put much of a big issue on disability or autism or Asperger's syndrome as they do with LGBTQ, race, ethnicity, or religion issues. And I think yes, this is definitely also a big thing because there is a big community of us people with autism and Asperger's syndrome. And yes, this should be a thing that should be fought for equality. Yes, we go through something that some people will refer to as systematic ableism, which works just the same way as when a African American will describe systematic racism. It works the same way, except it's not racism, it's just ableism we have to put up with. And yeah, I think that we should be fighting more as a community for that. Uh, and I think we should actually try to get rid of also a lot of these day programs, independent living, regional centers that really don't do squat except encourage ableism, and then see us as burdens or or as miserable people. But hey, let me just leave you off on this and say like and subscribe, share this video with other people. Let's grow this channel. Let's get this movement moving ahead. Hit that bell for notifications. subscribe. Like, give me like that 1,000, 100,000 subscribers. Thank you.